guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for stopping by the channel and for subscribing. This is your February 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. It's snowing outside. I don't know if you can see it behind me. The light's kind of coming in, but if you look in this bottom corner, you can see the snow. So beautiful. Let's start our forecast on the 3rd of February. Venus is going to be doing a little dance with you, Aries, because Venus enters your first house on the 3rd of February, and she's going to stay there for her normal 30 to 40 day transit, but she's retrograding. When she gets into your sign on the 3rd, she will retrograde on March 4th, so at 13 degrees of Aries, and then she enters Pisces on April 4th. I'm just giving you these dates because this is a little bit of a time she's going to spend with you. When she goes into Pisces, she then goes direct on the 15th of April, moving forward again from April 28th through June 6th in your first house. So in case that was not clear, Venus is in your first house from February 3rd through April 4th. She's retrograding in that period, March 4th through April 15th. She goes back into Pisces from the 4th of April through the 28th of April, but she's with you again from April 28th until June 6th. So you have an extended Venus transit and energy, which is only benefiting the physical self, the first house of body. Please watch your ascendant sign because it's more accurate with your astrological houses, although this is a solar forecast. So she's with you, beautifying, bringing harmony, balance, a smoothing over of the aesthetics in your yourself, in your wardrobe, your attire, your hair, your accessories, makeup. That is all Venus. That's the Taurus side of Venus. Now, she also can bring you, well, you'll be attracting people, but she can bring you a love interest, an attraction, something that feels balanced. So it's a mutual energy, a mutual attraction is what I'm feeling here. How lovely. You know, she is conjunct Uranus, who's stationed in your first house when she enters that sector. So, and in full opposition to Jupiter in the sign of Libra, drawing in romantic prospects, expanding your relationship sector, which is Jupiter, and then drawing in from Venus. Aries, you have a fabulous energy to find relationship if you're single. If you are in relationship, this is creating surprise engagements. This energy is expanding your relationship to the next level. Maybe there's a sudden development, and this feels positive to me. Jupiter is one of the most benevolent planets, so is Venus. They're in opposition, which isn't harmonious. However, it's in the 1st and 7th house, drawing in energy across the wheel in the sectors for romance, which Venus could help, and then expansion, which Jupiter already in the 7th has been assisting in your relationships and your business partnerships. An opposition doesn't cause as much discord as a square. It's more about a tug of war. You might be deciding between romantic partners, Aries, and you'll have the option for a few of them through June 6th of this year. When Venus retrogrades back into that 12th house for you, where she's in Pisces for a 24-day period from April 4th until April 28th. Now, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I wanted to talk about this. I feel like that's not a concern in the 12th house. If anything, your dream life will be activated. And dreaming about relationships or attractions from the past could happen when Venus is retrograde in the 12th house of dreams and intuitions and premonitions. On the 27th, Mercury is entering the sign of Aquarius. So the 11th house of social connections. This does you some justice for being social, getting the right clients, getting your goals in order. The details and the structure and the analysis of where you are headed with Mercury in the 11th could see a honing in and maybe a written description of your goals, writing out your plan, your course of action. This is trining Jupiter in Libra, Aquarius being air, Libra being air. You have an expanded vision in the beginning of February, Aries. I think you can see the end point of your goal. Always important to keep your vision right here, projecting that out. What you envision can be manifested easily. So Mercury details analysis in the sector of goals, wishes, clients, communications with clubs and organizations that you're affiliated with. It's a beautiful energy for meeting new groups of people, interviewing for, what's the word? I guess clubs, interviewing to qualify for some kind of special clubs or groups that you need to take tests in order to get into, or even education, although the 11th house isn't education, but Mercury can really help the mind with study, learning, absorbing information, because Mercury's direct. Now it's eclipse season. Yay! We're having eclipses. Now on the 10th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse. This is at 22 degrees of Leo in your 5th house. This is another fire sign, Aries, Leo. So this energy trines you, but a full moon will bring a closure, an awareness, a culmination in the 5th house of romance. Maybe you're assessing who's coming in the early month with Venus helping you. You might wean out a few suitors that are being thrown your way. This could see an end to a creative endeavor. You might have finished a project, an independent individual project around the time of the eclipse. Perhaps a child is moving out of the home in the 5th house. Maybe they were visiting, going back to where they are studying or where they live. Full moon in the 5th could see a birth of a baby, the pregnancy coming to an end and the delivery period, eclipsed out. On the 18th, the sun enters Pisces. I never mind the 12th house being activated. I actually like it. The sun in the 12th is a little bit of a retreat for Aries and going inward, rest, the house of rest, the house of the release of patterns, behavioral, emotional addictions. There is an emphasis here to quit bad habits and with effortless ease when the sun is in the 12th house. So for those of you thinking of the right time to end some kind of habit, you also have Mercury conjunct the sun because Mercury enters the sign of Pisces on the 25th. So only staying 18 days in Aquarius. Take advantage of that in the 11th house for that period, because on the 25th, Mercury will be conjunct the sun in Pisces. This is a quiet sector, intuition, dream life, information in sleep. So keep the notepad next to the bed when Mercury's conjunct the sun in the 12th house. You'll get some insight, the house of downloading. On the 26th, we have our second eclipse, new moon, solar eclipse. This is in 8 degrees of Pisces now. Pisces energy is happening, all in the 12th house. New moon in the 12th can see you establish a new behavioral pattern. For those of you interested in hypnosis treatments, I've done that in my life. It was extremely successful. And hypnotherapy and all things related to dream recall, past life regression. If you're into that metaphysical tone, the new moon eclipse in the 12th conjunct Mercury and obviously the sun, that's why the new moon is in that sector, you'd have some positive energy to have that treatment work. Or this could really be applied to yoga practices, metaphysical energies. Even though 9th house has a lot to do with that, the 12th house is rest and calm, spirituality, Reiki healing, whatever feels natural for you in the 12th house could be applied here in that time period. Now the whole month, Jupiter retrogrades. On the 6th of February, Jupiter will retrograde all the way back through June 9th in the sign of Libra, from 23 degrees back 10 degrees to the 13-degree mark. And will remain in Libra through October 10th. So your 7th house, a review of your relationships, Venus bringing in the partnership, Jupiter there to assess them. They're working together to establish your perfect, succinct relationship energy. I love your 7th house activation. And a review there, Jupiter review is in retrograde isn't negative. It's not like Mercury. Well, none of them are negative, honestly. They're all there to work for you. It just depends on how you apply the retrograde. If you're trying to push forward with a lot of action, yes, that could work against you. But if you step back and allow the internal review, you could become more driven and aware once that planet goes direct in that sector that he retrogrades, which for you is your 7th house of marriage, business partnerships, the house of the others, relationships, soulmate. So I'm shuffling the cards. I'm using the Morgan Greer tarot deck. And for those of you who haven't already checked out the annual video that I posted a few days ago, take a look at that. There's a lot of details regarding all of the eclipses and Mercury retrogrades for the full year of 2017. And let's get to it. Aries, here are your cards for February. 8 of Cups. So this is that release in the 12th house. The Eight of Cups is turning your back to your sadness or your emotional attachments. And the 12th house is a water sign for you, which the cups are in the tarot. So see how that person, that little Red Riding Hood, is leaving that emotional drama behind with the cups and moving forward. Perfect time in the 12th house of water, Pisces, to rid yourself of habits. The 5 of Wands, Aries, is fire, and it suggests a little bit of competition around you, vying for the same opportunity. I want to say, with the first house being activated with Venus, you also have this ability to be a target in a way, because you can't help the people around you wanting to get a little piece of you. When Venus is with you, you emanate smooth attraction. If people are, and beauty, and there could be some jealousy maybe regarding that aspect, people jealous about how people's appearance is. It's just kind of a little bit high school drama, but let's see what else comes up here. You have a few more cards. 9 of Wands, some adversaries, but you're willing to fight for your position. So more fire, okay? The Wands cards are saying you have opponents, but you might be turning your back to any emotional connection or attachment to them as well. Last card, Knight of Pentacles. The protection of your health and wealth. That seems to be the focus. These backs this back is in one direction, and it seems to me like he's facing that future too. So having this Knight of Pentacles as an outcome in the first house, it's all about body, physical self. The Knight of Pentacles is saying protect the body, the routine, the maintenance of the 6th house of health and well-being. Also, if you find yourself physically reactive to the fire energy in both of the 5 and 9 of Wands, channel your energy into workout and routine and body maintenance, self-care. This will help you stay rooted with yourself and not allow for too much external distractions, detractors, and distraction. Thank you so much, Aries. I'm wishing you a beautiful February. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.